Welcome back to the investment challenge. Today we are going to talk about another leading indicator. Leading indicator means it can predict the US GDP with, let's say 3 to 6 months in advance. So if this indicator says the economy is contracting, then we should expect US GDP readings in 6 months to dip. And yes, so it's very similar to the ISM PMI, but in this business survey, it's a business survey that gets sent out to companies that are in the services business. I don't know, like agency, banks. So to companies that are not producing any physical goods. And yes, it's actually very similar to the PMI. As I said, I just can add the ISM PMI to the chart, and you can see the correlation is very strong. And yes, they are working similar. So you have always the 50 mark in both indicators, and in both indicators, a reading below 50 is meaning contraction, and a reading above 50 is meaning the US GDP should expand. Sadly, they are not exactly aligned on this chart, so the 50 line is not perfectly aligned, but we can deactivate this for a second, and now we can add the US GDP onto this chart. It will take a second to load. So, and now we can see, so this is a little bit better, that there's also a strong correlation between the US non-manufacturing PMI and the US GDP. Basically very similar to the other indicator that I explained in the last video, but it's always nice just to look at both of them, because sometimes one indicator is reacting more faster than the other. So let's look at the last reading. So here you can see the NMI, the non-manufacturing index, was rising, and the PMI was falling. So this maybe is indicating a turning point, because the services sector already rose above the 50 mark. And yeah, basically, as I said, they are both very similar. I look at them once a month, because once a month the survey is released, and we use it for our trading to determine if we should invest in cyclical stocks or more in the last video, I think I called it the toilet paper stocks, because you need toilet paper even in an economic downturn. And yes, that was this little video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, and I see you soon.